Hello, Noodle. Oh, wait, no, the ad's done. I think. Wait. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's, wait. Fuck. There we go. I forgot to take the camera cap off my camera, which is very important, you know, for, woo! How's it going, Noodle? I understand we both have the day off. I think one of us is just lazier than the other. I tried to take a nap earlier and then I just didn't. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. I saw you were doing some big streaming and I was like, dang it, I wish I could do that. But yeah, anybody else watching this, Happy New Year. I had like a big long holiday with questionable streaming ability, so I just said nah. So funny thing is, so over the break, I threw out some like shorts, YouTube shorts, and my New Year video, and like, I kind of like high key, like recorded those the day before, and just chopped them up, and then like, I think 20 minutes before I had to leave for the airport, I uploaded them. Spouse was not happy about that. But I did it anyway because I love you guys. And my face needs to permeate your brains. You had a lot of a ton of chores that I put off all weekend, lol. Vibes, big vibes. When I came, oh man, I gotta see if I can get a short video of it, but like, when I came back, my cat did the most pathetic little meow when she realized we were home, and then she like, for like a whole week, just kept crying at us. I think today she's finally stopped crying at us repeatedly, but she still cries a lot. So I'm ashamed to say that I think I accidentally gave my cat, anxiety, separation anxiety. I'm gonna yoink the audio down just a tad because it's bothering me. That's not the button I want. Open volume mixer, and we're just gonna yoink that down a tad so I can hear myself think. Excited to hear about your trip. Yes, it was quite the eventful trip. I'm surprised. I guess we can just hop into it. So I guess to preface this, I was super excited to talk about this because I was sharing on the Discord, which by the way, join Noodle in my Discord. I used to have a bot that would say something and that I broke, I guess, so we'll fix that this year, hopefully. I was really excited to share about this, and I was gonna do like a cheesy like PowerPoint presentation of being like, this is my trip to whatever thing, and then one of my coworkers was like, wouldn't it be funnier if you just like doodled this? And I was like, darn Skippy, you're right, coworker. So we pulled out Paint. I even pulled out my drawing tablet, and I'm going to make the most dramatic rendition as possible of my trip to Poland. Sorry, not Poland. I'm not trying to dox myself, but I went to not Poland. So we're just gonna hop to it here. Hopefully, Paint isn't a butt. So I'm gonna move OBS over here. We're gonna put this on top. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you may be asking yourself, why was Dyna not in her home country? And like, not so holidays. I guess for the context is my spouse is originally from Poland, and because of a lot of circumstances, we haven't been able to go back to visit his parents. And you know, all of his friends and family and stuff. So we went to Poland. Frankly, I'm kind of indifferent about traveling to Europe. So this was mostly like a family, like, oh, let's have some fun in like the winter, and yay, maybe we'll get snow. We did not get snow. We got a windstorm though, and that kicked off. I wasn't able to text for a while. So yeah. Okay, let's hope this works. So, I guess for wait, nope, yep, okay, so so for context, Dyna lives in the US. Poland is like, what's the shape of Poland? I think it's like, and then it has a little squiggle there. Yeah, so anyway, took plane, we took plane. This is a plane. We took plane from somewhere U.S. Here. Well, it has a little cockpit and there's like a little. Oh, well, there we go. This is totally a plane. We took plane to Germany, and then in Germany we had to go through customs, and this like serious-looking guy, like serious-looking guy was like, "Why are you?" Yes, very interesting shapes. I'm trying. This is MS Paint. We're trying our best here. Serious-looking guy. I think he had a hat. Was like, why are you going to Poland? And I said, for holiday. And he's like, how long are you gonna be there? And I was like, I don't know, like a few weeks. Because frankly, I kind of forgot how long we're gonna be there. I just knew we're gonna be there, and I was using up most of my sick time from last year. And then spouse was like, wait, he took that as an answer? And I was like, I don't know, I guess. So the short of this is to say, I just have like a really easy time with like security. Like, how do I make a new one? We're just gonna bucket this white. Oopsies. That's not what I meant. I forgot. File new. Yeah, we don't wanna. Yeah. So I guess for context, as why I say that I have an easy time going through security is like several years back when I was coming back from Malaysia with my parents. I think it was like JFK or LaGuardia. JFK Airport or LaGuardia Airport. I went through security, and it's like you scan your passport and then you walk over to these like serious looking guys, like serious, like they got no vibes here. And then like there's like little old me, and like for context, I didn't have contacts at the time, so like I was blind as a bat without my glasses. So like I hand this guy my passport, and then he's like, oh yeah, how's your trip, and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, it's great. And then like in 1 second, this man turns from like happy smiley to this, and I'm like, fuck, did I do something wrong? And then he's like he literally asked me, are you nervous? I know how to spell things. And then I answer, is that a trick question? Fuck. I'm just writing this out for people who are just like looking at this, and it probably makes a great thumbnail. At that moment, I kind of thought that I might get pulled to the side because I was like low-key being a snarky teenager. Anyway, I got through security, and then all of my family made fun of me because I was like a deer in the headlights. So anyway, so yeah, we get to Poland. It's like stupid o'clock in evening. We go to some, gonna lurk for a bit while I continue doing chores. BRB. Yes, please lurk while I tell you about my story because I don't want to type this all out to you. Not gonna lie. Wait, let me take a sip of my apparently antioxidant juice. Right, so we get there, it's like dark. We get to this Polish hotel, which according to spouse is like Soviet era, like design or something. It's just an old little hotel, and there's nothing really to speak about. You know, the shower's kind of weird, but whatever. But the thing that really got me was that like in the bed, like the pillows were square. And like I don't like, I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but I was really confused and weirded out. So, like, you know, America has, we have different types. Oh boy, I got a bot. 1 second, let me delete that. How do I delete that? I think that's on my phone. So like, usually in the US, you got like your cute little, your... Delete. Haha! Hello, Fruitsy, what's up? I'm recapping my vacation. And I also just deleted a bot thing. So yeah. So like, you know, the US, we got the bed that's like a rectangle. We got the bed that's slightly less rectangular. You got the queen size bed, and then you got your like king bed. I know, sorry, these are really bad. And then like, you know, you got your like California queen and your Alaskan queen. So like, I'm used to having different size beds, right? What I didn't expect when coming to Poland, yes, and the race car bed. They also have like bunk beds that are like bed. This is like a side view bed, and then like bed. And I'm not gonna lie, I love those. I think it's like peak. You don't care about your children. Like, it's great. I love it. But yes. Pillow was square. It was like, no. So this is like American pillow. You know, you got your poofy pillows, you got your flat pillows, you have like your weird, like I had an IKEA pillow that was kind of shaped like this once, that was supposed to be better for your neck. It did not help. But like Poland, for some weird reason, like pillow, square. And I was like, what the fuck? Pillow was square. And I'm like, how does this work? Like if you have rectangular pillow, you have head, and then like you can roll this way, you can roll this way, you can put your hands underneath it. Wait, hold on. You can like put your hands underneath it, and it's like comfy, and like, you know, you can like rotate it, and like you can make it like long or short, blah blah blah. But then in Poland, you got this square pillow where you're just like, I mean, I guess I could put my arms this way, but like, what am I doing with this whole ass part of the pillow? And I was like, okay, maybe this is just some weird ass, like, I don't know, hotel pillow, but no. I get to my mother-in-law's place and she also had square pillows, and I was like, what is going on? I had a bunk bed despite not having a sibling in my room. I just wanted one. Yes, Fruitsy. I love that. I was obsessed with IKEA bunk beds for a while. Like, I think I didn't want the bottom bunk, or like I always wanted to be on the top bunk, but my brother had that. And then when I got my own room, my ceiling was too low, but I've always wanted the ones where it's like the desk underneath the bed. But like, to be clear, whenever I did my homework, I never did it in my room because I was scared of being upstairs by myself, even when I was like a high school senior. So yeah. You can have a pillow shape to fit your shoulder underneath, but I'm not sure if the square pillow accomplishes that. I really have no idea. Absolutely no idea. To this day, I still think about it. We also ended up going to stay at like 2 other different hotels, and they all had square pillows. Like, even like, I think we went to a Hilton or like a Marriott or something, and they had square pillows. I don't know why. So that's like my fact number 1 about Poland. So if I was doing a PowerPoint presentation, this is a subsection. So my number 1 about Poland is square pillows. And I think this is appropriate to do question mark, exclamation mark. Like, you know how you're usually like, you know, countries have like little quirks or something, like, I don't know, like I don't know, America gives you free water all the time, or like Japan like uses coins or something, or like Japan doesn't allow you to have tattoos while you go to the hot springs, which I know isn't 100% true, but you know. But like, if I had to say one fun fact about Poland, is that they have square pillows. Like, I stayed in like a hotel in Germany and France, and I do not recall pillows being square. So this is the one thing that confounds me. Like, square pillows? Like, hello? Question mark? I don't understand why. What is this? I don't understand. Right. All right. Yeah. For the most part, I stayed in my mother-in-law's hometown, or my spouse's hometown. Okay. A quick Google search claims square pillows are good for side sleepers. I have a pillow that sort of has a balcony for the head with a shoulder space underneath. Yo, Frucy, can you look at my pillow? Because that sounds dope. Also, I think Google's lying. What? I do not think square pillows are superior. That's just my hot take. They're just absurdly weird. Frankly, I didn't actually sleep very well in Poland, but that's a different issue. Right, so yeah, I spent most of my time with like my family and and my spouse's hometown, which was nice. But we did some touristy things. So like we spent a few days in Warsaw, like, and 2 different trips. Doesn't really matter. And something that I was like tickled fancy about, or tickled fancy, or tickled pink. I think that's the phrase. Tickled pink was all the little places we went to. So let me like. Wow, my stream elements finally kicked in. That's sad. I need to go and fix these things. So we went to Warsaw, Krakow, Wrocław? Oh, wait, hold on, that's my poor spelling. Warsaw, and like Poznan. So there's like kind of big major cities and stuff, and we saw different things, but like I really was tickled pink by like all of them having their own little like mascots. Hello, Angry Hoser, what's up? Hope you're having a fun time. Hope you have a good, hopefully you have the holiday off. Hot take, everyone should just have the holiday off unless I guess they're like emergency workers. Everyone stay home and be hermits. Put a link to the pillow in Dyna Journal. Bless, thank you. I've been low-key looking for a new pillow. I've honestly been looking for a lot of new ergonomic things. Like, whenever this desk chair I have decides to not be a desk chair anymore, I'm gonna get one of those, like, I think they call them, like, ADHD, like, chairs where it's, like, you can, like, sit weirdly, and I dream of that. Ergonomics does not work for my brain, and my brain refuses. Like, I need to be able to sit cross-legged with, like, my leg up, or, like, frankly, I feel like one of these days I just want to put my feet up on my desk and type. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So yeah, all these, like, little cities had, like, cute little mascots. So like Warsaw has, like, a mascot based on, like, a mermaid, because it's like some legend that something to do with Warsaw and a mermaid. So like they got this, like, oh gosh, this is gonna be horrible. We got the little fishtail lady, and she's like holding like a sword. It's great. She has like a little sword and like a shield, and like it's like her defending Warsaw. And there's like a statue of her that apparently isn't particularly impressive, so we didn't actually go see it. And then we went to Krakow. Also, I'm kind of saying these names partially like a Polish version is, and partially like a American. So like Warsaw is like, I think, an anglicized version, because the name of the country is, or city is, like Warszawa. V's. W equals V's. So Krakow, it's not Krakow, it's Krakow. So Krakow Krakow, was this Durgan, which actually I'm gonna paste in a picture because it's actually really funny. So it's just like this Durgan. They have this they have this story, like this myth that's like, oh, there was a dragon that was terrorizing Krakow and the areas, and it kept eating the sheep, and then eventually some clever person made a fake sheep that was like filled with something that makes it very thirsty, and then so then the dragon drank a lot of water and then exploded, which is weird, but you know, you win some, you lose some as village terrorizing creatures. So like, oh shit, hold on, let's zoom out here a bit. So this is the dragon statue, which we didn't end up seeing because it was like, we were up, oopsie, hold on. Like, we were up here, and we would have to walk down all the way to get to this, and like, if you look at it, you're like, this is just a derpy-ass dragon statue. Like, I don't want to come down to see this, but like, the fun bit is like, he spits flames occasionally. So like, he spits out little flames, and it's fun. But like, you also notice at this point that like, does it look like he has, oopsies, let me do this in white. Does it look like he has, oopsies, wait, I forgot how paint works. He got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like little leggies, and oh yeah, and then these boys, 5, 6, 7. Presumably he has another one there, so there's like 8, but like, it's just a silly looking little statue. Look at this boy. He's so silly. Anyway, let's Control Z this back before I, there we go. Here we go. That's a little too far. Gotta make sure this stays inside the view. There we go. So yeah, Krakow has a Durgan, which I guess I'm gonna derpy dirt. Oh fuck. Derpy Durgan. No. Here, he gets a little tongue, and then like he's kind of dragon. This looks like a monkey. I'm sorry. You know what? We're gonna. How do you draw? Okay. My school's mascot was a dragon, so I should know how to draw one. This is kind of like a Mushu looking thing, but you get the idea. Like, they got a derpy ass dragon here that ate sheps. Kind of looks like he was sculpted with tinfoil. Yes, that was my impression. Like trash. Also, yes, you like the pillow. It's a little firm. It also takes a bit to get used to. I'm gonna be honest. At this time of my life, I'm not actually even using a pillow. Like, I'm basically using the flattest thing that is considered a pillow. So anything is an improvement. Okay, so we got Warsaw, we got Krakow, I think Poznan, which is this cute city, Poznan. They had like a really nice garden thing that we took wedding photos in. It was very cute. It's like a greenhouse, very cute. Anyway, so Poznan's mascot is goats. I got this little magnet of goats, and then they got the little goat bodies. This is like some Minecraft sheep stuff now, but I promise you these are supposed to be goats. We got some goats, and on the magnet, like, you can like, there's like a little lever that makes them go bonk, and then it's just goats. And we were walking around one of the town squares, and there was just some farmer with 2 goats, and you could pay money to like pet and take pictures with the goats, and I thought it was really funny. Because we're just like minding our own business, la 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 la, and I turn to my right and there's just goat. Like, you know, they got those like weird slit eyes, right? So like you just turn and then you're just like, goat. Okay, where else we went to Warsaw, okay, do I know how to spell this? It kind of looks like this, I think is what the name is. Goats are good boys. They are good boys. I love, as a random tangent, I love that there's like green like lawn mowing that just is just a herd of goats that eats the lawn. And I'm like, yes, this is the eco-friendly shit we need. I don't have a lawn right now, and frankly, I would rather not have a lawn if I own a house. I hate lawns. I think they're just manicured weeds is what grass is. I would prefer to turn it to anything but that. But yes, I love goat lawn mowers. They're great. 10 out of 10. No, I think, wait, it's either goat or sheep that my brother made me eat once because he had leftovers and he left it at my house. And it was so bad. It was so stinky. 0 out of 10, do not eat. We had goats when I was in California. The town I lived in had a goat fire prevention program for all the dry brush on the hills. That's so cute. That's so cute. Is that a thing? I feel like that was a thing in or Los Angeles. That's so cute. I love that. Goats, 10 out of 10, good boys. Okay, so anyway, Warsaw is I think how you pronounce this. We went to a zoo here and then like had some food. It was delicious, and then they had this cute Christmas market. Their shtick is gnomes. They had gnomes. They got, you know, the beard, and then like they look kind of like garden gnomes. And like the cute thing was like they just like, if you look it up, they actually have like 10,000, I think. In Poland there's like 10,000 like little gnome statues, but in like the city center there's like a couple hundred, I think. It was so cute. They're just like randomly scattered about. And then like there's like a whole app, and then you can like take pictures and like hunt down all the gnomes and stuff. Or sorry, I think they're dwarves. They kind of look like garden gnomes, but I think they're supposed to be dwarves. In any case, cute boys. I took some pictures. There was one statue I saw of like, it was like the boy was sitting on behind next to a bench, and like he had a laptop. I'm sorry, I'm bad at perspective. He had a laptop, and it's just like the stock thing, and like he got stonks. He got stonks. It was so funny. Okay, and I think that's all the cities we went to that really matter. I like how it has also got progressively bigger. That has nothing to do with how much I liked them, although the zoo was very nice. Everything was in Polish, but that's okay. I can look at animals, and I got to see a lot of owls, and they were very cute. So yeah, these are... It was a delight, and I got magnets for all of them. It was very cute. Right, so... so, actually, nah, I'm not gonna screenshot this. This is some shitty art. I think when I was in Warsaw, they have this children's museum called like the Copernicus Science Center or something. Bunch of science things, super cool. If you have children, or I don't know, want to go to a science center in Poland, would recommend. But like, they had this like really funny, like robot, I guess you would call it. Like it was a, yeah, it was a robot, and it was like a robot of Copernicus. I don't know why, but like, it was like, what really caught my attention was that like, one, they're using, like, you can like talk to him and then he'll respond apparently using like ChatGPT, which I thought was interesting. He only spoke in Polish though, so I didn't try it, but like the thing that tickled me was really funny is that like, it's just this robot for some absurd reason just like slightly leaned forward. Like maybe not as much as this, but like slightly leaned forward, and like for some reason, like the robot looked, I know this is like such an anime owu eye, like he just like, okay, so there's like this thing around him to prevent you from getting near him, right? And then there's like the microphone here. So then like, fuck, that doesn't look like a microphone. We're good, it's a microphone. So then like little children would like come up and like, you know, talk and stuff. And then like whenever he would respond, he would not look at you. And it's so it's just like the silly robot that's like standing there, awkwardly leaning forward and will not make eye contact with you. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I understand the uncanny valley, and like probably him staring at you would be unpleasant. But like, this was kind of weirder. Yeah. That's really all I had to say about that. Just weird. Also, when I was in Warsaw, spouse had a friend that we met up with, and then he's like, we were walking around and stuff, and he's like, oh, would you want to try something? And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's like this thing that Polish people really like. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of hungry. Fuck it, we'll eat whatever this is. So we pay money, and then we get like, oh wait, no, this doesn't do it justice. All right, so you know what like a baguette looks like, right? We got, you know, your long French bready thing. They're nice. You can bonk people with them. I think they taste great with soup or straight up just bread, or butter. My favorite. It's just my absolute favorite kind of bread. I also used to call it like tortilla bread. Like straight up, I would just say to my parents, I want tortilla bread, but they knew I meant baguette. And no one corrected me for a while, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, so imagine baguette, and then you slice this boy in half. So you only get like the bottom half of this boy, right? So you got that, and then you got your cheese. You got your melted cheese, and then you got meat. I think we had like sausages or something. I don't, or like mushrooms or something. But like, yeah, you got your cheese and your meat on your long bread thing. And that was the thing. And I was like, nani the fuck? We paid like 15 zloty for this? I mean, it tasted good, but I don't know why they liked it in particular. And like, why is it in that form in particular? Like are we all in agreement that this is just basically a toasted cheese sandwich with some like, I don't know, salami on it? Like, why is it in this form? I don't know. Why do they sell it like this and make it 15 zloty? I don't know. It's kind of expensive. Yeah. I mean, it tasted good, but I really don't know why I ate it. Yeah. So yeah, that's about how it went. So I guess I'll throw in a little calendar for context here. So like, I think I was in Poland from like December like 14th till like, I don't know, January 8th, I think. Whatever last oopsies. Yeah, whatever last Monday was. So like the first half, this is a terrible rendition of calendar, but like the first half was like family and stuff. And then like the latter half was like vacation. So like this is family, and this was like the actual vacay where we got away from everybody because holy shit, family is weird. So yeah, we were here for a good long time, and we kind of regretted it because at some point, you know, vacations just become like so tiring, which sounds like a very first world problem. So anyway, you know, we were in Warsaw. We eventually went to the town that we that my spouse was from, or lived nearby. Directions unclear. And like, so my philosophy when I like to go to places, different places, is like one of the most fun things you can bring back for like people is like food, because like, you know, like souvenirs are great and everything, but like, you know, it's kind of cheesy and things, not necessarily like whatever everyone wants, but like food is interesting. I think specifically different countries' candy is a very interesting thing to bring back, because like it's like, you know, it's like chocolate, but like chocolate can be done in so many different ways, or like somehow is different. Like American chocolate is so different from every other country's chocolate. So we went to a grocery store and like bought a bunch of like shit. And like when we were in this grocery store, I discovered that like a lot of random shit just had minions posted on it. Like minions, like dream illumination minions. I'm not shitting you. There were minions everywhere. I know, I'm just trying to do we're doing visual storytelling here. Where's their stupid eye? Eye. Minion. Agreed, nothing is more intimate to interacting with a culture than consuming their food. Yes, I agree, especially their candy. Minions are ridiculously popular somehow, yes. Like, it was on, like, the ketchup. It was on, like, their chocolate. Like, I think it was a Vidal, if you know Vidal chocolates. They make those little, like, disc Kit Kat things. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just, they were just, oh, that's not a ketchup bottle. Ketchup bottle. That's a ketchup bottle. You know, it was on chocolate. Like, I don't know why, they just had minions everywhere. And then like, I think my mother-in-law picked up a photo to show us something, and I recognized, like, for some odd reason, behind this photo was a goddamn minion picture. Like a sticker. Like someone put a minion sticker behind a photo. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on here? And there's like, you know, you can get some fruits in Poland. It's just, you know, some of them are expensive than others. And like, you know, there's like the Chiquita bananas and stuff. They got the little sticker, and you know what's on that sticker? It's a goddamn minion. It's a goddamn minion. It's just a minion. It's just, why the fuck are there minions everywhere? I don't understand. I'm going crazy. There's so many minions everywhere. They have affinity for bananas. Yes, because they also say banana, bello, banana. And you're like, what the fuck? Never watched Minions, but I assume the plot of the movie was the Minions took over Poland. You're not incorrect, because it had something to do with a country with a monarch, and I think Poland used to have a monarch. Which actually, I went to this museum, and it was telling, I don't remember what, I think we were looking at armor and stuff, but like, it was basically like, yeah, the last king of Poland stopped being a king because he invested too much in the arts and like got too involved in the arts and kind of forgot to rule. And you're like, oh. And then after him, Poland stopped existing for 100 years, and you're like, oh. So Poland as a country stopped existing because this motherfucker wanted to pursue an art career instead of being a monarch, which is totally valid. But maybe you should have handed over the rule to somebody else, you know? Just saying. By the way, Phi, the neutral Phil, good to have you here as a first-time chatter. I hope you enjoy these absurd drawings of my time in Poland. Wait, America has the Donald Duck orange juice? Oh, no. Wait, are you talking about the Donald Duck orange juice, or are you talking about the little orange bird boy that they used to campaign with? Didney had the little orange birdie boy. He was so cute. Yeah. Oh, like, I've been trying to find a cute little plush mascot of this boy because I saw it once. I didn't buy a plush, and I sincerely regret it. But there's like this cute little like bird mascot that like Disney made in collaboration with like Florida orange growers or something. Oh, you mean the Kingdom Hearts duck? Okay. So it's not my cute little orange bird boy. I can honestly believe it. I guess that's... I don't think oranges are like a major import or export of America. You'd actually be surprised what's the most imported thing or exported thing out of America. It might be chicken wings? That could be a lie. Ignore me. But yes. Mascots are bizarre. If I remember correctly, Minions are owned by... it's Illumination Studios, which I think is owned by NBC? So maybe that's why they're just like, Minions, woo! Anyway, don't quote me on that. Disneyland is in Orange County, but Orange County doesn't have orange groves anymore. Is it because Disneyland took over? Honestly, I believe it. R.I.P. Orange growers. Oh shit. Hello, cathode ray, which is probably just ray. I'll sip. I'm sorry to people that heard that and got really grossed out. I have a friend who doesn't like it when you chew gum around them, which is totally valid. But I really just like the tea sipping memes, and I just really like the sound that people make when they're just like taking a really big sip of like liquids. But thank you for the reminder, Ray, and also hello. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to say at the beginning of this. Happy MLK Day. I prefer having this as a holiday over Columbus Day. Right, what am I doing? I was talking about Minions. Minions? Yeah, they were bloody everywhere. Oh shit, I'm sorry, British people. Oh wow, did you get the day off? Yeah, sometimes my company gives us weird days off. I don't really get it. Some of the times, I got from Christmas till the New Year, the New Year's Day off, paid for by the company, and then they give us Thanksgiving and then Black Friday off, and I guess they give us MLK. I think they give us 4th of July off, but then it's just like, I don't even think we get Memorial Day off, actually. Maybe we do, I don't know, but it's like kind of random. Well, that's definitely more than my work. I get the suspicion that because the way my work is, like, I get the suspicion that there would be a ton of burnout if they didn't give us that many holidays. Or they're just being nice, I don't know. That's not part of my job to care. I just like getting holidays and I have PTO and sick time, so I'll take that instead. If I'm ever tired and burnt out. But anyway, yes. Yeah, so let's talk about my mother-in-law for a moment. I know there's like, I'm gonna draw some horribly shitty caricature of she doesn't even have long hair, what am I talking about? My mother-in-law, she is a delightful human being. She was a stay-at-home mom, so like, she's really good at cooking. She cleans the house. She would not let me wash the dishes, which stressed me out. But like, she also cooked too much food. So like, how do I explain this? Like, dinner was like soup, and then main course, and then dessert, like all in succession. And I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of food. And it became this issue of like, I would never eat enough food, and then she kept trying to give me dessert. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to eat this much food. And then toward the end of the trip, I became so stressed, and I was getting like weird vibes of like, holy shit, I'm so stressed. My brain cannot comprehend, like, I don't know, I was getting some weird mental vibes from myself that was like, if you don't eat the food, she's gonna throw it away, and you can't throw away food because that's like, starving humans in America, in the world, eat food. I had some weird issues with food, but like the general consensus of my childhood is, you eat what's in front of you, and you eat leftovers. That's an Asian crime, Dyna. You can't throw away food. You're totally right. That's the problem. But like, we would have breakfast and she would get freshly baked bread from like the store or whatever. And then like, if we didn't eat all the bread she laid out, she would just throw it away. And I was like, what? This makes absolutely no sense to me. And then I asked my spouse about it. And then he was like, oh, yeah, she just wants us to have the freshest bread. And I'm like, no, I don't care. I will eat the stalest of bread. I just don't want to waste food. But it's kind of hard to communicate that because she only speaks Polish, and I discovered my Duolingo was not enough. I was so sad that my Duolingo for like, I don't know, 4 years was not enough. So anyway, she was delightful though. I felt very loved, but holy shit did she overfeed me, and she wouldn't let me clean. She constantly kept coming into our room and like doing the bed, which was kind of weird because I'm like, I never make my bed. I think that's the stupidest thing. I feel like I heard at some point years ago that like making the bed is actually quote unquote worse because like, then you're trapping all the sweat and bacteria and then it's gonna grow and make it grosser. I think that's bullshit. But I also think it's still stupid to make your bed because I'm like, I'm just gonna mess it up anyway. Like, I make my bed right before I go to bed so that I can like, so like my short of it, my routine is I go upstairs to shower, and before I do that, I make the bed so like I have all my blankets all comfy and everything, and then you shower, and then you come in, and then you're like, ooh, bed is nice. I'm like, I don't got time to make my bed in the morning. I wake up wishing that it was 9 when it was 7. I ain't making my bed. I'm rolling out of bed. I'm like trying to stay upright and not run into a wall. Like, no. And I like it that way. I guess maybe I do need to air out my sheets or something. But don't touch my bed. Yes. Take that, society. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Ray, I don't understand why she wouldn't save it for later. But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I discovered that, I got very frustrated and like maybe had some vague sense of like, I felt lack of control of my eating habits, and that started really stressing me out. Because she would like hand me a portion of food. I'm like, I will eat this, but I wish you let me portion it out because I will only like, I know how much I eat. So now I'm kind of dealing with this weird thing of like, sometimes I think I should be hungry, but I'm not. And I can't tell if I'm hungry or like my stomach is empty and it's just kind of giving me bad achy vibes. So yeah, I guess that's like the casual downfall of going to Poland is now I can't tell when I'm hungry. It'll probably go away in a bit. But yes, if I make my bed, how is my cat going to make a nest? Damn right, Fruitsy. This is, you do not make your bed for your cats. I also think it's pointless because like I move a lot when I sleep, so like I woke up this morning and I guess my sheets were on me, but then like I flipped them over so I could have like a body pillow thing while I was looking at my phone. And I ain't untangling that. I just want to go downstairs and eat. Which, as another aside, I was lying in bed with spouse and we're just like on our phones, and then all of a sudden we hear like this little sneeze noise and we're like, what the fuck was that? And then we hear it again and we're like, that kind of sounds like the cat. But I was like, we put her away in our bathroom just so she's not out and like trying to eat cables at night. And we're like, you put like, she was put away last night, right? And then like we hear another sneeze, and then eventually we just kind of look down and there she is, just sitting next to the window, and you're like, how did you get out? So we get down, we go take a look, and it kind of looks like she let herself out of the bathroom. I guess I have like a ninja cat now. But usually she does big meows at us because she's hungry in the morning and we don't always get up at the same time. So yeah, I'll keep you all updated on my ninja cat and see if she figures out, if she actually did figure out how to open the door. Kind of crazy. Okay, new sketch. What am I talking about? Food, right. You know, I think there's like a joke online that like Eastern European countries just like eat potatoes and cabbages. I'm here to tell you that's kind of true. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like how do I explain this? Like, I'll get to the cabbages in a second. So, like, potatoes. Like, I like potatoes. I like fries. I like fried potatoes. I like them mushed up. I like to put them in things. I like them in soup. But, like, several times when I was over at someone's house, they would just deadass serve us, like, boiled potato, like, skinned boiled potatoes that were, like, cubed or whatever. And you're like, what? And people would just eat this like this is normal. Like, you know how like you eat pasta or rice, like this is how they were just throwing the potatoes on. I was like, the fuck? So that was kind of weird. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind boiled potatoes. I'm actually fairly okay with just eating boiled random food. Sometimes I just turn off that part of my brain that tells me it's gross. So like school cafeteria vegetables that were just like steamed like carrots and peas and stuff, like I ate that shit up. Didn't taste like anything, but I ate that shit up. I kind of like the texture, frankly. Like rubbery carrots. I only realized recently what people meant by rubbery carrots because I liked it so much. Because I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of flubbery. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really taste like anything. Like what's there to hate here? Anyway, so cabbages. I believe the word is kapusta. SMH, not YouTube. Mother told me that I need to eat everything on my plate. And so help me, I will eat everything on my plate. Which is also why I cook my own food these days. Because I know what I like. But yes, cabbages. All these streamers got weird food takes, holy crap. Maybe I'll do a stream on like weird foods. Like I like Marmite. I've had Vegemite too. I think Marmite is superior, but like Marmite with rice porridge is like fantastic. And by the way, rice porridge tastes so much better when you use chicken stock instead of just plain water. But yeah, I don't understand. Like I remember it was like 2017, I think, ish, 2010s. There was that whole challenge just eating a spoonful of rice porridge like congee. Yeah, or like I'm gonna butcher this, but like my family, it's shifan. I think that's Mandarin. Yeah, it's some good shit, man. It's some good shit. When I'm sick, that's all I want to eat. Shifan, yeah. Oh yes, I need to hydrate. 1 second. Thank you, Fruitsy. I'm hydrated. Also, if you hear weird servo noises in the background, because I may or may not have leveled my audio right, spouse is playing with robots. But yes, rice porridge, it's great. I also like eating like 100-year-old egg with rice porridge, and sometimes when I'm feeling like homesick, I'll just make myself rice porridge. You get some Marmite, you get some like shredded pork, and like and like chicken, and it's so good. I think Americans are missing out. They're so missing out. Pidan? Yeah. Pidan. I totally forgot the word. Thank you. I really gotta go to a Chinese store and just get all this stuff. I know Marmite's kind of expensive, but yes. Speaking of Marmite, I remember there was like this like challenge to just eat a spoonful of it, and you're like, that's just like fermented like yeast with salt. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? You put a little bit in for flavor. It is for flavor. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. Maybe maybe I'll do like a cooking video of how to make actual good rice, shifan with rice, with Marmite. Like, a tablespoon of nutmeg can kill you. Or like the cinnamon challenge. I remember I went to a sleepover and we did that and I was like, this is so stupid. I like to think that young Dyna was actually kind of smart. Like, all these dumb challenges, I was like, nah fam, I'm not putting a spoonful of cinnamon in my mouth. That's stupid. Right, questions. What kind of robots? I think he's making his own. Spouse just kind of wants to make robots and like, you know, like, you can have your hobbies, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm actually kind of proud, like, he got some files to like 3D print and he was like 3D printing robot parts. It's kind of cool to see what he's doing. I don't really get it because it involves coding and like electronics, but good for spouse. Yes. Yes. Rice porridge. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Don't eat Marmite by the spoonful. That's stupid. But you are code. I am code. That doesn't mean I know to code. If I knew how to code, I would be able to hack all of your systems and take over the internet, but, you know, androids or robot AIs can have dreams. I keep forgetting Marmite can be used like a boolean. Yes! Yes! I only use Marmite and rice porridge. It's so good. That's fair. I don't know how my circulatory system works. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how things work either. I used to ask a lot of questions as a kid. This is gonna sound a little pretentious, I think. But I had this great uncle. He's passed away. I think he was from Lyme cancer or Lyme disease. Sorry. And my mom told me that there was this thing that he told her once of like I guess I was talking to him and I was like, what, single digits, like 4 or 5 year old or something, and she said that, like, I don't know, I was talking to him and then I had to go do something, like shower or whatever. And my mom's like, yeah, he came up to her and was like, I just had the most intelligent conversation with like with like a child. And I don't know, sometimes I live out that high because I think the implication was sometimes he talked to idiot adults. I don't remember this conversation with him. But you know, whenever I'm feeling sad, sometimes I just think about that memory and I'm like, yeah, I was a smart child. Yeah. Anyway, never heard of Marmite and Shifan. Truly cross-cultural exchange. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain it's a thing that just my family does. I just know my family does it. It could also be that my mom is from Malaysia, so that it's just a thing that I don't know, maybe they do it in Malaysia only. I have a lot of fond memories of Malaysia. I really wish food was just as good here in America as it was there, but like I'm just waiting for the ads to start, so that's why I'm stalling. But there's this dish, I think it's just in Malaysia, called roti tissue. So it's just like Indian bread roti, and then they like make it into a cone and it's covered in sugar and it's fucking delicious. Look it up. 10 out of 10. I think you could probably get it in Singapore as well, but like if you ever go to Malaysia or Singapore, roti tissue is top tier, so like top tier, like savory dessert kind of thing. It is so good. Okay, so I think people telling me I was a smart kid set me up for earlier. Yeah, it's hold on, it's let me type it in the chat. It's like roti tissue. It's nothing particularly. It's nothing particularly special. I just like sugar. What am I looking at? I want to look at Chrome. But yeah, no, I feel that fruitsy. the whole smart kid thing really did set me up for failure. Like, so, um, when I was in elementary school, there was this program called like EPP, which is, I think it's like for quote unquote smart kids, and they do things, and they're advanced in like math and sciences and what have you. Or math and reading, I think is what the two were. And like I wanted to get in because it sounded fun, and then we had the GATE program. Interesting. Probably the same idea. So like I wanted to get in, I took a test, I didn't get in, whatever. And then like a year later, I had to take another test, and my parents never told me what it was, and they said they didn't know what it was, and I think it was like an IQ test or whatever, I don't know. And I passed, so I got into EPP. This class is up for kids, yes. Quite literally. You got a gatekeeping program. I got, we used to, I think everyone made fun of the acronym by calling it Evil People Poppers. I don't remember what the actual acronym stood for, but like, so I got into the program. It was nice. But then I discovered that like, doing this program, because it was advanced math, it became advanced math only. I discovered that like, I wasn't as good at math as everyone else in that program. So like, I've had this like weird inferiority complex, and that persisted basically through to the rest, until I got into college. Like, and I think now as an adult out of school, I recognize that like, I probably have like an above average IQ, but I'm not really good at math. But like, because I saw that I was really bad at math, I just assumed I was bad at everything. So in short, smart people classes gives you depression. That's a great soundbite. Yeah, I feel that. I was the dumbest kid in my calculus class, and I didn't know how to deal with failure. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I don't know how they would teach it, and I don't know necessarily it's on teachers to teach you that, but like, a lot of, I mean, you see this online, it's like a lot of kids feel like they don't know how to deal with failure when they were considered gifted, because you were always told that you were gifted. But like, you know, just because you're gifted doesn't mean you fail. Like everybody fails. And I really only started to come to terms with being able to fail, like when I did like I was doing an internship, and one of the like intern managers told us, we were talking about imposter syndrome, but she was telling us about this time when she was like, I was like a new hire or whatever, and she's like, I messed up big time, and she was like, I thought I would get fired, I felt so bad. And she was like, yeah, but then my manager was just like, oh, you know, everybody makes mistakes, you're allowed to feel bad about it, but like, it's not as big of a deal as you think it is. And like, when I was a kid, like, if I got a B kind of thing, you're like, holy shit, my world is ending. And like, you know, it's difficult to deal with. And we don't teach gifted kids, I guess, that failure is okay. Or at least I didn't get that. And even like my two smart friends, like I consider smart, like they dealt with feelings of failure and stuff, even though they got like A's and stuff over like 4s and AP classes and stuff. So it's a very complicated subject, I suppose. But the short of it is, I hate the American education system. I hate education system in general. Thank you, Ray, for making that clip. Everybody should want to be Rock Lee and not Shikamaru for your Naruto heads. Yes. I agree. I had this talk with my sibling about how he's like, no, Rock Lee's the best character. And I'm like, you right. Even though I don't like Naruto that much, I do think a lot about this really dumb part of it. That was like, it was Shikamaru and whoever his mentor was, the smoking guy that dies. it's like that flashback. It's like, Shikamaru, like, do you know who is the most important person in the village? And he's like, oh, it's the Kage, like the Hokage. And he's like, wrong, Shikamaru, it's the children. And I don't know why I think about that quote a lot, because it's like, was this a bunch of bullshit that they kind of strung together and called it deep, or is this actually something? I don't know. Debate in the comments. I like both of those boys a lot. Eventually he got his shit together. Yeah. You know, despite I don't like the way a lot of things went with Naruto, I do think some of the characters were very, like, deep. Like, I did, you know, sometimes training arcs, you're like, yeah, let's go, boys. Anyway, that was a huge tangent. I forgot I was talking about cabbages. Alright, let me draw a crudely drawn cabbage. So cabbages, like, in America, cabbages aren't particularly used a lot. Like, cabbages... Shit, okay, we're gonna go with this. Cabbages are, like, worse lettuce, because they kind of taste weird. When you boil them, it smells like farts. People put it in coleslaw, which is, like, basically universally hated by everyone but my sibling. In Poland, I guess it's, like, one of the easiest crops to grow or something. You like cabbage? I will admit, I don't mind cabbage in soup. That is my... then again, I don't mind any vegetable in soup. Like, you stick some meat and some vegetables in a soup and give me some bread or noodles and I'm happy. I guess you could say I'm just a medieval peasant living in an android body. I liked corned beef and cabbage. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what corned beef is. Like, is it corn mushed together with beef? Because then I will say, isn't that technically meatloaf? Or is corned beef referring to something you do to the beef? I am uneducated. It's sort of like ham, but you did it to beef. Oh! Interesting. This interests me. Next time I go shopping, I'm gonna look into this. Like spicy and preserved. Okay. So wait, it's not Spam though. But it's like Spam, maybe? I had Spam once because my brother got really obsessed with, like, military rations for some reason. So, like, he wanted to eat Spam. So we bought a can of Spam and it was just like salty ham. Spam is spiced ham. Ah, so it is kind of like Spam. And then, like, I think him and my cousin also got into, like, it wasn't quite military rations, but it was, basically, like, the worst kind of unleavened bread you could get. Oh, hardtack, that's what it was. They were talking about making hardtack without the sawdust. Yeah, my brother and my cousin were kind of eccentric. Spam musubi is good, but I think the sauce just makes everything good. I've never had spam musubi because I like salmon better. Actually, I've never had musubi. I get onigiri because I have a Japanese store nearby to me. Hardtack, wanting the real American colonial experience, yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. My brother and my cousin, they were really close, and they just wanted to make the weirdest shit. Spam is not perfect, right? Right, cabbage. People want to know about cabbage, right? So I'm not necessarily opposed to eating cooked cabbage. But I guess in Poland, they don't really have, like, lettuce. So they make, like, cabbage salad, which I guess is technically coleslaw. But, like, instead of, like, a salad with, like, salad dressing or, like, a vinaigrette or what have you, this was like, this is gonna look horrible and it's gonna be great. It's just, imagine like, you know, chopped up, chopped up. We got our chopped up, like, you know, we got our cabbage, we got our like, excuse me. You got your carrots, you got like your tomatoes or what have you, which apparently I've discovered a lot of people don't like raw tomatoes, and I will die on the hill of raw tomatoes are great. I plan to eat a whole ass tomato in front of my coworkers because none of them apparently like raw tomatoes. And then they just like dump mayo on it. Like, instead of salad dressing, they just put mayo. And that is like the most unappetizing thing I've ever seen. So I mean, from this trip, I also determined I do not like raw cabbage and mayo. I think mayo is frankly best left to be lightly used on a sandwich and nothing else. Maybe to make a chicken salad, but I only use vegan mayo because the idea of using real mayo disgusts me. Yeah, and then I felt really bad because I had to tell my mother-in-law I will not eat raw cabbage, and then she was like, oh, what other vegetables do you eat? And I'm like, oh, I'll eat X, Y, and Z. And then she like, it was like frozen vegetables, which again, I don't mind rubbery vegetables, but then like, I think she like boiled and then buttered them, which somehow made them unappealing. Cause like, I guess you could say I'm a basic bitch salt and pepper kind of gal. Like, I don't eat anything fancy. I will eat anything as long as it's seasoned properly. Butter is not necessarily the right seasoning to use every single time. Also, okay, I have to agree with you, Fruitsy. Spicy mayo on fried chicken is pretty dope. I will retract that statement. Mayo has its place in culinary cuisine. It is not gonna be in my cabbage salad, though. Frankly, let's just throw out the whole cabbage salad. We're not doing salad at all. I hate salad. I think I've only gotten myself to eat kale salads. I hate all kinds of salads except that. Maple syrup might be the best fried chicken topping though. Ooh. I'm gonna remember that next time I get like KFC or like Popeyes, which is also unironically dope. But yeah, okay, let's draw, I want to draw a depiction of me. So we're gonna draw Dyna. And Dyna has purple hair. And then I don't even remember what I look like. So we're just gonna do purple hair and like blue. We're gonna we're gonna pretend this is Dyna. So remember folks, don't feed your Dyna cabbage salad with mayo because she's gonna die. Anyway. Oh, hello, Electrolava. Great to see you. How you doing? Chinese cuisine has such a wide variety of delicious cookable vegetables. I consider raw salad to be unappetizing for so long. Damn Skippy. I haven't figured out how, but I will convince my spouse that Chinese vegetables are superior. Like, they have so, like, whenever I go into the an American grocery store, it's so disappointing to be like, you got your carrots and like, I guess like your broccoli. Wait, that's not broccoli. You got your broccoli. I guess you got cauliflower, which is basically broccoli. You got your green beans, I guess. And like for whatever reason, they have turnips. I don't really know why. I don't eat turnips. But I guess the short of it, and like, you know, they have kale and stuff now, but the short of it is, you look at like an American grocery store, and you're like, cool, vegetables. You go to a Chinese grocery store, and you're like, holy shit, there's like 2 rows of vegetables. And you're like, damn Skippy, we got 2 rows of vegetables, plus more, it's just you couldn't import those. Like, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Like, I like broccolini, which I guess you can get in American grocery store. You can get like Chinese broccoli. There's like bok choy, which is not what I call it with my family, but I can't remember what we call it right now. There's like, I don't know, spinach. There's one of my favorites, if you ever get the chance, is young pea tip leaves. Specifically, the young, because if it's too grown, it's like gross. But that shit slaps. It's like soft. You put some garlic with it. That's my pro tip of the day. Fuck ton of garlic. Fuck ton of raw, fresh garlic. Make your life better. None of this, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have like garlic powder because I'm lazy sometimes and I don't get garlic all the time, but like things taste so much better with like fresh garlic. Oh, so yes, Fruitsy, a mayo redeem would be great if someone could draw like Dyna just like with one hand, like with a mayo jar and then like a hand covered in mayo about to be consumed. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. I have it in my head. I don't know if I can execute the drawing though. China's big. It statistically ended up having a lot of veggies. This is also true. I can't really blame Europe. That being said, we have superior vegetables in Chinese culture, and I guess Asian culture in general. I speak from a Chinese perspective, Chinese Asian American perspective. Yeah, bok choy is like more flavorful celery with built-in spinach. You're not wrong. I do like the crunch of bok choy. I don't like sometimes it gets a little wet, but you know, you can just make a sauce out of that. Oh yes, bai cai. I can't remember what that is, but I know what it is. My favorite part of the Asian market was the variety of mushrooms. Yes. When I go to the Japanese market, I'm so happy with the amount of mushrooms I can have. It's so nice. It makes me happy. Like like I don't like when I had my Russian friend talk to me about the joys of mushroom picking, I feel like I transcended to a new plane of existence. Like mushrooms can like be not boring and like not plain and like not rubbery. Like sign me up. Like my favorite is to like fry king mushrooms. Because they kind of end up having like with salt, and they kind of end up having like a nice, I don't know, maybe like a nutty taste? I could be lying, I don't remember, I haven't made them in a while. But that shit slaps. That shit slaps hard. It's some good stuff. It's some good stuff, man. I also just realized, thank you, Fi the neutral Phil, for following me. I hope you enjoy these random rants and me playing games badly. They also had a 10,000 year head start to figure out food. Yeah, you're not wrong, Fruitsy. I guess sort of it is, maybe you can't blame other cultures for not having superior food to Chinese cuisine. I think that's the point of it. That's our point. But I mean, I can't blame. Like, there's some other great food. I'm joking, y'all. Like, Italian, like a good bowl of pasta, shit slaps. Shit slaps hard. I'm so happy that Italians made lasagna, because that also slaps hard. Love that stuff. I'm actually gonna make it for my anniversary with spouse, because I used to make lasagna with one of my roommates, and it was like this was a nice comforting thing. Like, I really liked my roommate, and like she and I would just like make food together, go shopping together. It's like having like a sister mom, because also our other two roommates were basically like man children. Yeah, like one of my, as another aside, one of my roommates at second year of college came into our apartment not knowing how to wash dishes. And I wasn't sure who I should be disappointed with. Him for not learning to wash dishes over the summer, or his parents for not teaching him how to wash dishes years before. So like in a small form of weaponized incompetence, this man made us teach him how to wash dishes properly, and I still can't get over that fact many years later. That's potentially one of the first times I've seen someone not be able to wash dishes, and I was so disappointed. Okay, enoki mushrooms were my favorite. Those thin ones shaped like bean sprouts. Yes, those are so good. I just saw a recipe on Instagram about like enoki mushrooms that are like wrapped in beef. And after being in Poland and only eating European food and questionably Chinese food, I am so down to just eat Asian food now. Which reminds me, I actually need a cook for the rest of this week. I just haven't figured out what I want. And that's a tomorrow problem because I'm actually taking off half of tomorrow. Hopefully. I don't know. There's a lot of work to be done at work. You can't have what you can't grow. China rolled omega high for soil fertility. This makes me want to play like Civilization. like you just sometimes you just roll shit and where you land, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, mushroom beef wrap sounds very good. I will link that if I can get my Instagram sharing thing function. Yes, I can. I'll link that in our food and recipes, which is technically not a recipe because like a 30-second video I don't consider like a recipe thing because they're just going like bam, 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 bam. Like you can't even know what the hell's going on. But yes, I dream of making good food, but I have a 9 to 6 job and then I have 2-hour commute both ways, or one way, both. I have 2 hours worth of commuting every day. I have no idea what Italians ate before getting tomatoes and noodles from Mexico and China. Potatoes? Wait, no, potatoes were introduced by Americans to Europe. Low key, I would not mind going down like a rabbit hole of like what early civilizations used to eat before finding other civilizations and making food. Like it's, I don't know, food is great. Like I know that's a stupid statement to say, but like food is like, I've watched a couple of videos or movies basically where like food is what brings people together. Like there was this, I don't remember what the movie is called, but it's a movie about an immigrant family coming over to I think France, like a little place in France, and they set up this restaurant nearby to this fancy French restaurant, and then they have this whole like fight, you know, there's like some fighting and stuff, but eventually it's just like the commonality is food, and then they kind of learn to like appreciate each other, and I think that makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. Turns out I'm not actually as complicated as I seem. I'm just someone who wants to eat good food and treat the animals right. Yeah. Sometimes you hit the domesticate able animal lottery. That is also true. I remember seeing an interesting documentary trying to figure out where General Tso's chicken came from. Turned out to be a rabbit hole. Yes. Is it not like an American like creation like fortune cookies are? Which, by the way, I used to just eat fortune cookies like a snack. It's very good. The search for General Tso's. Also, random aside. I think there is a fortune cookie making factory in the bad part of the bay. Don't quote me on that. It's on the other side of the bridge for me. And my friend got some stuff, and then I realized how addicted I am to just eating fortune cookies because they came up with these like little crackers fortune cookies, and I just kind of ate them like you would like chips. and it kind of just like scratched that part of my brain that really likes communion wafers. So anyway, I just remembered I wanted to order like a whole box full to my office, because those are fucking amazing. Yeah, the movie went into why American Chinese food is the way it is. Weirdly comes from a lot of Southern American cooking. Interesting. That's a fun fact. I will fight anybody claiming it's not authentic and thus not worth eating. Okay, I will say I was a hater of Chinese American food for a while. Like, I used to hate on Panda Express for not being like authentic Chinese. Cause like my mom is like, ooh, like only goes to like super Chinese places kind of deal, and like doesn't like on inauthentic. But then like I've been going to Panda Express for a bit with Spouse because he really likes it, and I'm like, you know what? Their fried rice kind of itches that scratch of like, I want fried rice, but I don't want to make it myself, because it's just like rice, I think soy sauce, and then like frozen vegetables, and I'm like, superior fried rice right there. Like, I remember seeing this Uncle Roger that was making fun of this lady trying to make fried rice, and it was like the shittiest things possible. And then like, because like she tried to make it from scratch, I'm like, oh honey, no. Fried rice is rice with all the extra random shit you just happen to have in your fridge. Like, there ain't nothing fancy about this. This is the oldest rice that you can't technically eat. You fry that shit, and you throw in whatever the hell is in your fridge that's edible still, and then bam. It tasty. It good. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it fancy. And I'm like, I kind of respect Panda Express for that. And then I'm like, they make eggplant tofu, and you know what? I don't want to make eggplant, because I'm also mildly allergic to it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop eating it. Just have to treat it like as a different type of food, like Diet Coke. I'm gonna have to think about for that, Fruitsy. What are we comparing the Diet Coke to? Regular Coke? Ooh. Oh, that confuses my brain. Right. We were talking about Poland, and we went down this rabbit hole of Chinese American food. So I guess sound off in the chat/comments. How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling in this hour and a half of a stream? I swear I have a few more bullet points to go through. I just got really tangented about food because I love food. I also love boba. My spouse and I, we looked at how much we spent last year, and holy shit did I spend way too much on boba. Like, I spent an embarrassing amount on like boba and like snacks and stuff. Like, I don't want to even say it because I'm so embarrassed. So needless to say, I have a very tight budget on how much boba I can eat, and how much I can eat out per week. But I love boba so much. But luckily, we got some boba making kits when we went shopping this week, that were like $8 for like 3 packs of boba. But technically, that's cheaper than getting boba out. So I was permitted to buy this. So I'm allowed to continue my addiction as long as I budget for it. So I have to make boba at home is the short of this. I'm gonna get really good at making boba at home just to save money. Like, comparing it to authentic Chinese food is not judging it by its own merit. That is a good point. I like for real. I think like they're like. I don't think it's unfair to say that like Chinese American food isn't like authentic Chinese food, in the sense of like it's not necessarily like food you would find in China, but like you're right, Fruitsy. It doesn't mean that it's not like a food type that is good and like has its own history and stuff. Particularly because like, you know, like a lot of like I think I get really judgy. This is gonna sound kind of terrible, but like I get really judgy when the cooks for like certain places aren't like like if you go to a Chinese restaurant and the cooks aren't Chinese, you get kind of sussed out. Like, you know, obviously that's just a first appearance thing. That is a totally biased thing, and I should totally change my viewpoints on this, but like I get a little sussed out. So like, you know, so I guess it's changing the mindset of like, look, like a lot of like Asian American food is actually like Chinese American, like Chinese food is like made by Chinese people. Like they know what sells essentially. Cause like, let's be real, a lot of Chinese food isn't exactly the most appealing. Like my mom really likes to eat chicken feet, and I will not touch that. I understand what it's made out of. I understand I do enjoy chicken, but I will not eat chicken feet. I will also not eat liver, which apparently is some sort of comfort food for my mother, and I do not understand it. So obviously these aren't going to appeal to an American audience, so they've been clever enough to figure out what appeals to an American audience, and I'm like, you know what? You can't hate on that. They are trying to get people to like to eat Chinese food, and I'm like, you know what? If this is getting us one step closer to world peace, I can't hate on this. I cannot hate on this. Also, sweet and sour pork is fucking delicious. You can't stop me. Oh, I'm a chill stream to edit videos too. Thank you. Thank you, Fi. I like being chill. Ultra trans lead to food. I think food is a hot button topic. Instead of having our politicians debate over foreign relation policies or whatever, next time they should be asked their favorite food, and then we should debate on that. That way, we will know who the real people are based on their food choices. That's my hot take. Let it be known, if I ever start a popular news channel or some sort of news, I don't know, organization, I will be asking every political candidate their food choices. And then so the American people can know who they're actually voting for. Didn't like Barack Obama do like a fireside chat or something, and then like people could put in their YouTube questions? Like if like Biden or whoever the next president is does something like that, I might high key totally ask that. I want to do it in an eloquent way though, so have to like workshop it. But like, we need to know who we're electing based on their food choices and their food hot takes. I declare this to be something that really defines someone's character. Chicken feet lovers rise up. Yeah, no, I can't. I will eat fish with the head on. I'm fine with tripe. I actually kind of like tripe. I refuse to eat chicken feet. Absolutely not. Here's fried chicken with sauce that's just exotic enough not to scare you. I will say, Fruitsy, it does kind of feel good that people got really into sriracha sauce in like a weird way of like, people were, you know, starting to explore other cuisines. Like these past few years, I definitely feel like Americans have been more adventurous with what they've been eating. Like, I don't know, it felt like when I was a kid, it was hard to find people that like have had Chinese food or like Korean food or whatever, unless like they were in proximity to someone who makes it. But like these days, it's like everybody knows what like Korean fried chicken is, or like they've all had like Panda Express or something, and it's like, you know, it's baby steps, and it makes me kind of feel good on the inside. I do have a little bit of a salt fest occasionally when like I realize I'm like, when I was like a child, my mother would pack me lunch, and those lunches would be like, you know, leftovers or some shit. And like, I never really necessarily got made fun of for my food, but like, it kind of makes me feel some type of way when like these peoples that I used to go to school with all of a sudden now are like, we love Asian culture. And I'm like, bitch, Where were you when I needed the emotional support as a child? Like, um, it's I think the best way to explain my feelings is in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the first movie. There's a scene at like she's depicting when she first goes to like a American school. Like some girls are like, "What are you eating?" And then she's like, "Oh, moussaka or something." And then they're like, "Oh, like whatever, something something, ew," because like she's eating eggplant. But it sounds like the child form of like poop, which is caca, and then they made fun of her, and then she rolls her eyes, and it kind of makes me feel that way when all of a sudden people are like, yes, let's get that sushi, or like, oh my god, spicy Chinese food is so great, and you're like, I feel not seen. I would like an apology. It's a complicated feeling because I was never wronged, but I feel some type of way, if that makes sense. I would tune into the Olive Garden versus Buca de Beppo debate. Ooh, I didn't realize Buca de Beppo was outside the Midwest, because I had one nearby to my parents' house, and I like went once or something, and I think they burnt my brother's pizza, and that's all I remember about them. Yes, I was born into Chinese food. You merely adopted it. I think that's a good way of putting it. Maybe it's also because of like influencer culture, when they're like, they try things to get popular, whereas I was forced into something and had to accept it because I was born into it. Perhaps I think maybe that's the feeling of like, it's mostly for clout. Which like, people can discover they love like Chinese food later in life. That's no problem. But it feels like they're using it for like, ooh, I'm cultured and like quirky kind of thing. Maybe that's the feeling I'm getting. So the transformation of boba from snot tea to fashion statement, what a glow up. Yes, that is exactly. There's so many boba shops and I love it, but like, I remember when you couldn't get that. I also remember this great memory from my when I was living in Boston. I think my parents and my grandparents were getting boba, and they're like, "Do you want like the pearls in it?" And then I was like, "Or boba in your drink?" And I was like, "What is that?" And my grandfather says with a straight face, "Frog eggs." And I'm like, "Whatever, like 3 or 4." And I'm like, "No way do I want to eat frog eggs. Like, I'm not gonna eat a frog." Excuse me. So, for a hot minute, I didn't eat boba because I thought they were made out of frog eggs. And my grandfather swears he never told me this. But I remember this memory very vividly. They have boba Jack in the Box. I think that we've gone too far at that point. Oh, so sorry if you hear some weird noise in the background. It's my cat sneezing, and she will not let me touch her face. So I can't get her to be unsneezy. She just has to suffer. Yeah, my dad tricked me into trying calamari by saying it was onion rings. Yeah. I feel like we really shouldn't be doing that to our kids. Oh man, early 2000s, what a time. Yes, okay, I want to respond, Fruitsy, about your Olive Garden versus Buca de Beppo debate. If I happen to have those two nearby to me, which I do not believe they are anywhere near me, I would love to just get like the same dish on stream and then rate them and then start a fire. Like, one of the things that I really I want to do in my streaming career is start an internet fire over something so stupid that you're like, why are we arguing about this? So like, I guess similar vibes to like the dress, the yellow white / blue black dress or whatever. I want to start a stupid fight online, like, and like I want it to grow into some chaotic amalgamation of like telephone, not amalgamation, some chaotic like growth of telephone. Like, who even started this? It's me, your favorite internet AI, who just wanted to start fights online about things that don't matter in life. Like, we could be thinking about saving the puppies, or like, you know, the real consequences of like an American election, presidential election specifically. But no, I'm gonna go start a fight over whether Olive Garden or Buca de Beppo is better. And like, I kind of don't hate that. Like, the idea of the absolute chaos makes me want to cackle like a supervillain. I just, you know, you kind of just, oopsie poopsie, did I just start a culture war? Wow, that's also a soundbite. Right, Fa, you asked the question, how is partner with authentic Chinese food? Absolutely hates it. He's been over to my house where my Chinese mother has made Chinese food, and he does not like it. I think it's primarily to do with the fact that we eat a lot of vegetables at my parents' house, but also he only basically likes Chinese American food. Which I think is very ironic given that he is married to a Chinese woman. But at this point, I'm just going to accept it. You know, eventually he'll have to eat his vegetables. Until that day, though, we're just going to have to keep having these fights. I like calamari, but I'm so mad at him. Yes, Fruitsy. I think my dad might have done that to me like once and never again. So Electro Llama, you found out about a local boba shop circa 2008, way before it gained popularity here, and it closed due to lack of customers maybe 5 years before the boba craze reached here. Yes, I understand that. There was this, I think it was technically a Korean kind of like snack lunch shop near the Chinese store my mom would go to, and like we would get boba from there occasionally, and like to the point where the couple that ran it actually saw me grow up, which is kind of funny. But like that was like the only boba place in Ohio for a hot minute, and then like I go to college, I come back, and all of a sudden there's like 2 or 3 new shops. I'm like, what the fuck happened when I was gone for college? Apparently people started really liking Asian. You know, maybe the feeling I'm also feeling is like, are we casually fetishizing Asian culture again? That's just, I'm gonna throw that out into the ether, but maybe if I have some more time to stew over that, do a big think over that, like, are we actually fetishizing Asian culture once again? Because I took like an Asian American and like with the intersection of Black culture class, and it like kind of it really deeply impacted me of like, holy shit, what the fuck did America do to Asians? Specifically America, and like how Asian Americans grew up and stuff. And now I'm like hyper aware of like, yo, y'all treating us right? Like, I got my eyes on y'all. I got my eyes on you, Americans. I say this, but I was born in Michigan. I'm as American as they get. I swear I'm not drunk. I'm just so happy to see you guys. I missed y'all. Even like I know I went on holiday, but like I've been going again. I've said before, like I've been going through some health issues, so like I can't stream as much. But I missed chatting. I was telling my friend last night when we went to get dinner, I'm like, I'm happy not to make friends around here. I'm happy without new friends. But holy shit, that's a lie. I just don't like making friends IRL. I prefer you guys. Yes, it's very good to see you again too, Fruitsy. I appreciate that you show up and chat. Okay, so I'm Team Buca. I don't like either, but I prefer how they do shitty Italian food. I actually haven't been to an Olive Garden or a Buca de Beppo in a hot minute, so if I find one, I'm going to force my partner to go to it with me. We have actually been to, I think it's not just a West Coast thing, but I think you can primarily find them in the West Coast. It's this franchise chain place called the Old Spaghetti Factory, and like we went there because some other fancy Italian place was like, oh, we're open, but the doors were locked, and then they kind of just gave us looks, and you're like, okay, fine, whatever. So we went to the Old Spaghetti Factory thinking it's like, oh, it's gonna be like another like Olive Garden, like it's gonna be like, you know, okay Italian, but like we ate there and I was like, wait a second, why does this ravioli actually slap? Like, I can't remember the cheese that they use, but it's a very specific kind of cheese, and I'm like, this slaps hard. Yes, you were just thinking of the old spaghetti factory. Like it looks kind of like it's a good first date restaurant. You're not wrong, because it comes with like, I think every single dish comes with like a salad, or like a salad or a soup. You got your main course, and then you get ice cream, the spumoni. And like the atmosphere is like really good. It's like super simple because they have a very simple menu, and like they have some drinks and things, and it's like really nice. So encouraging that this is a unpaid sponsorship. If you guys ever see an Old Spaghetti Factory, would recommend. I've gotten like 2 or 3 dishes there, and I have loved it every time. I knew that they were doing they knew what they were doing when they called it a factory. Yes, I am part of the Old Spaghetti Factory. Okay, wait. I'm still catching up at chat because I'm bouncing around everywhere. I avoid eating so much authentic Chinese food just because I don't know what it is, and I'm terrified of spending money on something I don't like. That is fair. Also, the pictures on the menu are usually shot very unappealingly. That is, I'm not gonna lie, one of my check marks I look to see like how authentic some Chinese place is, which is like, this is such a stupid system, but like, is the menu like in Chinese, but then the English is misspelled, and are the pictures terribly shot? Because usually that just means like they know food, they do not know like marketing, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. But my favorite thing, I don't, you're right, I actually don't know a lot of the dishes I like. I usually am like, hey mom, I like this dish, do they have it? And she's like, yes. Because I found out one of my favorite dishes, which is ca kway tiao. That's the dish's name in Hokkien. And if you guys haven't noticed, that's not exactly the most like common Chinese dialect. So like, I just tell my mom, I like ca kway tiao or kway tiao tong, which is basically rice noodle fried or rice noodle in soup. That's the short of it. And like for a while I was like, I can't find it on the menu, and my mom's like, oh, it's because it's this, and I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, we just keep telling it to you in Hokkien, and I was like, oh, well, there's my problem. But yes, but my favorite thing in Malaysia is that like when we go out to eat, because it's like, that's another thing I really like about Malaysia, is that like they're better at accommodating large parties in a very like short notice. So like it'll be like my family, that's like my family, my cousins from Pennsylvania, and then like a couple of other cousins from the area. So it's like 4 families of like 4 or 5. So that's a lot of people to accommodate. But they're just like, oh, you know, shove some tables together, or like, oh, they happen to have a giant ass table and like a bunch of chairs and stuff. And then when they order, it's just like, all right, we want rice, we want 2 meat dishes, we'll have a fish dish, and we'll have like 3 vegetables. What do you guys want to drink? And it's like, then they just give you whatever. Like, you don't even know, like, it doesn't have a name. It's just like, oh, this is just the fish dish and it has like ginger in it. Or like, this meat dish has peanuts or whatever. And you're like, I feel like this is peak cuisine when you're just like, give me this, and then they just give you whatever, and it's good. That's my rant. I kind of wish American places did that. It's just like, yeah, I want some beef, and then they just give you whatever the heck they call beef. I'm sorry, this was a huge tangent, and I assume some people at least came over here to see to hear about my not vacation to not Poland. Um, I was talking about cabbages. We got done with the cabbages. I hate cabbages and mayo. I will not eat coleslaw. If you try to hand me coleslaw, I will kindly throw it in the trash when you're not looking. Right. Okay. Okay. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about, that's part of the reason why I actually wanted to do this stream, was the village names in Poland. So I need to pull up a list on my phone. But like, so Poland, I discovered, is basically just made up of a bunch of little villages or like towns or hamlets. Which is not unlike, you know, other places, but like I think in particular Poland is like really like Poland is mostly rural, I think, is what from what I was experiencing. To the point of like, so where we were staying with with my spouse's mom, to get to the highway, it was like an hour of going through villages. So like, how do I explain this? How do I explain this in a coherent way? So like, in Poland, and I presume most of Europe, they have specific speed limits for different areas. So like in villages, you can only go like 40 kilometers, which is I think like 20 miles an hour. And then outside of villages, you can go like 60, 70 kilometers an hour. So like, that wouldn't necessarily be a problem, because it's like, you know, if you're in a village, like, you know, European roads are very small, so you want to go slow because there's pedestrians, you're nearby to like people's houses or whatever. Like, I get that. And like going faster outside of them, cool. Yeah, makes sense. The thing is, you can go from like one village to the next in less than a minute. So imagine you're, you got little village, and then here's, what's the silly thing? See the church, see the people, open the door and see the steeple. That's what my mom would say sometimes. It's funny. Anyway, so you got your village, you got your poorly drawn humans. So you could be driving and like you're going like 20 here, and then you're like, cool, oh, it's the end of the village. That's neat. Now I can go faster. Well, golly gee. You got the road and you're going do on the road, and then you're like, wait a second. That's another village. And so you go from like 20 kilometers per hour to like 60 kilometers per hour to all of a sudden in less than like a mile. I realize I'm swapping between units of measure, but this is how my brain is talking. You go from one to the other in like less than a mile, and all of a sudden you gotta slow down to 20 kilometers per hour. Now imagine doing that for a whole damn hour in order to go faster. Because like on highways you can go like 120 kilometers per hour, which is 60-ish miles an hour, I think. Let me restart the music. Oh no, I can't restart the music. Here, one second. I had some issues with getting my YouTube to play, and then I discovered for whatever reason YouTube wasn't piping into OBS, so I just downloaded music. Play. And we are playing. I don't want to open the people and discover the steeples. Wait, it's open the church, see the... Wait. Here's the church, see the people, open the door, and see the steeple. Wait. No, you're right. I'm sorry. That's it is some body horror shit because it rhymes too much. It's see the church, see the steeple, open the door, and see the people. And you're supposed to do this with your hands. I don't quite remember the hand motions, but I just remember your hands flip over and then you're like fingers of the people. Anyway, so yeah, you're going like one singular mile, and then all of a sudden you're in another goddamn village, and then you rinse and repeat that. And sometimes there's like villages right next to each other. So you may ask yourself, why not combine into one Voltron Megazord and then make one big town? And I have to respond to you by saying, politics. So suffice to say, driving as an American in Poland was not very fun. Now, as somebody with somebody who knows Polish, I found great amusement by discovering that Poland's multitude of villages have the stupidest names. So, for instance, we're driving around, and then my spouse points out, "Oh, see this village? Its name is Dust." And I'm like, "Are you shitting me? Like, you're not messing with me here." And he's like, "No, the village's name is Dust." Like, this is the direct translation. That is the word in Polish that you would use for saying dust. And you're like, "Nunny the fuck?" So, like, it's not like just a one-off thing, though. There's a village named Dust. We saw a village named Mud. There was a village literally named Horse Radish. And then we were going to some thermal spa, which had no eventful things being said there, so I won't talk about it. But on the way up to there, wait, hold on, sorry. And then there was also this other village named Big Village. And then I think next to it, there was like another village called like Big Village Hamlet or something, because it was right next to it. And I really don't understand. Why isn't my music playing? Oh, it's not playing. Hold up. Hold the phone here. That's not what I signed up for. I said add to Windows Mute. No, we want to add to the playlist. Simon says, "Will you play my playlist?" Playlist. Go. Okay, hopefully it'll play. Because every town had its own pope. Yes, like I think every single village had a church in it. Like, you don't go to another village's church, I guess. You just have your own. I think we went, I don't know why, but on a Saturday, I think it was like Three Kings, whatever the holiday is, I went to a Polish church, a Polish Catholic church, and man, was I confused for several reasons. One, I was brought up in basically a Protestant church, so I don't quite understand Catholicism other than what I've learned in school. Two, it was in Polish, so I had no idea what the hell was going on. So I kind of just like spaced out for apparently 15 minutes, just going like up and down and up and down. And I kind of did a number on my knees, because apparently as a 20-something-year-old, all of a sudden my knees do not want to be in like prayer position. So anyway, yeah, I went to a Polish church and I almost slipped on their stairs too, because it was cold as fuck. Okay, some local warlord wanted to have their pope to be the pope. Fascinating. I understand this. Right, I was talking about villages. Right, so we wanted to go to a thermal spa in Poland, which highly recommend if you can go to a thermal spa. Also, like, no, that'll be a tangent for another thing. So on this famous highway that we're going, because this is going to like this is like a ski resort kind of area of Poland. So this is a famous a highway apparently, and the name of this famous Polish highway is Diggy. The name is called Diggy. Like, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. His name is called Diggy. I can't even. The fuck? I don't understand. And I think the town we passed by, Oh, you lived in a town called Diggy? Funny you mentioned that because the big mountain town I think we passed by was called Digged, as in like you digged a hole. And frankly, I don't know what to think of Poland anymore. Like their their way of naming things makes no sense. I cannot comprehend this. My brain is like on what the fuck mode. It is very humorous as somebody who does not live there, and it's great. But dig, dug, digging, dugged. Yes. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not saying that America has any better naming, because, like, I saw this meme that was like, oh, I'm taking a European tour, and it's just a picture of Ohio and all of their European named towns, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't original. You don't dig it. I do not dig it. Excuse me, I do not dig it. Right, this is my second pre-roll, or my second ad, so in this case, I will remind everybody that thank you to my subscribers. I think I guess I have 2 now because I kind of didn't stream for like a month. Totally valid. I get that. But thank y'all for subscribing. Makes me feel warm and happy on the inside. But I also just appreciate my viewers. Like, if you want to pop in and say hi, I'm like, yeah, I hope I can be a soothing background character to your day. Anywho. Oh, it's delightful. Oh, thank you, Fruitsy. Katja is actually, I think I mentioned it in my Discord, that's my friend who just started streaming as a PNG tuber after I've been hounding her for a year to make her PNG tuber. So, hearts. like I was like, Katja finally made PNG, like the art for her PNG tuber. And then she told me when I got back from vacation, she was like, yeah, I finally made it because like all of break, I heard your voice in the back of my head. And I'm like, I have that effect on people. I also had this other friend who like texted me, is like, by the way, I started packing 45 minutes before my trip, and I heard your voice in the back of my head making disappointed sounds. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I make disappointed sounds at people. Thank you, Fruitsy, for following her. Katja does, I think, unlike me, Katja's actually like good at games. So she does, let's see, like she's like really good at playing Valorant. I tried playing once with her and I died too many times, but Katja's good at playing Valorant. I think she's also been doing some Genshin. And we are planning on doing a collab at some point whenever our schedules align and I am not half asleep. Right, speaking of half asleep, I should wrap this up before I go into a coma. Yeah, there's that. All right. So this is all of my like little play. I play Fork Knife with Dead Son. I'm regularly murdered by children. I just saw this. I don't really know what it was, but I just saw this clip on Reddit that someone with a caption of like, "I hate snipers in Fortnite," and I was like, the last time I played Fortnite, I was begging my friend to tell me how to build shit, and then I was complaining to him how many keys I had to like press. So I don't understand Fortnite. I think one of those snipers is statistically likely to be dead stun. I should catch one of your guys' streams. I need to see what actual Fortnite players, how they play, because holy shit, I do not understand Fortnite anymore. I think I've said this on stream before, but like one of my friends sent me this video of like someone being Goku, flying around, then took out a lightsaber and sliced someone in half, and then like used the force on someone else. And I was like, what? What just happened? Last time I played Fortnite, I was complaining that I couldn't choose my character to be only female. I didn't realize you could be Goku anymore, so. Mm-mm. Okay, you usually stream around 7:30 PST. It's hey, look what I bought the game. Yeah, I have feelings about Fortnite. I think primarily I like there was a controversy of them stealing. I think particularly minority dance artists moves. I kind of got like upset. Generally speaking, I'm like I don't understand Fortnite. That's my general feeling is I don't understand Fortnite. I don't know what's going on, but I know other people play it. That's about it. Right. So, right. Okay. Back on topic. I am back on topic. So, I also spent, because I was there for a month, I spent New Year's in Poland, which is like totally different vibes from like what I do. So, like, my family, we're really not into spending time on holidays. Like, we'll do Christmas, we'll do Thanksgiving, but like, we're kind of like low effort on everything else. It's like even birthdays, we kind of just go out to dinner and like have a few presents, and that's pretty much it. And I've been totally fine with that. So like, New Year's isn't really anything we really care about either. Like I remember one year, my dad was just straight up out of the country. I don't remember why, but he was just straight up out of the country, and like we just did not care. So like, super low key. But Poland apparently is like super into it. Like it's like for a week you'll be hearing fireworks. And like I went over to my sister-in-law's and then her husband shot off fireworks for us, and then like everybody was shooting off fireworks at midnight there. So I don't really have much to say about this. I'm just gonna copy and paste this statement I made. And I think that there's a, why is this an A? We're just gonna put this here. And I'm just gonna, how do I make this like, I don't know, 48 font. This is the only statement I have. Polish people have too much access to pyrotechnics, aka New Year's Eve, and like New Year's Day, and like the week leading up to New Year's, and like a few days after New Year's. Like my sister-in-law's neighbor, like set off flares for some reason. Put it in papyrus, you're right. Here, I hope they have papyrus. Can I just press P? Yes. Papyrus. Here, I'll do us the favor. Oh, wait, I can't. Can I? Wait. Oh, man, I can't center this. Okay. Yes, that is the statement I have. You can quote me on this. This brings me joy. I can also here. I'm gonna get everybody. I'm gonna make everybody happy. So we'll have this in papyrus. And then I'll make another text bubble. And you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? There. Now I've made everybody unhappy. It's glorious. I do spoil you all. Oh, it's a little bit offset. Okay, it's fine. Okay, wait. There you go. There, now it's centered. This is gonna be the YouTube thumbnail. No other context. Maybe this is how I start my culture war. But yeah, like, cause like in America, it's actually like I think like in Ohio, it's actually you're not allowed to buy fireworks. So like people go over to like Virginia or something. But like I think it was at like the casual grocery store nearby to my mother-in-law's, and it was just like fireworks. Would you like some fireworks? Would you like fireworks that are different colors? Would you like the ones that like shoot off like these aren't like little like sparklers or like whatever pop snaps or something, or like even like little itty bitty baby fireworks. This is like these are like real close, like they looked real close to like real hardcore fireworks, and I really don't know how I feel about the casual person having access to these. And according to my partner, one of the biggest injuries that people get on New Year's is blowing off their fingers. So clearly, there's an issue. Does the Polish government want to help this issue? Apparently not. Um, I don't want to get too political, but my understanding of Polish politics is every election cycle, the party in charge changes. So, like, a lot of things kind of go like they'll do one thing, and then the next administration will absolutely cancel it, and then like you just put that on like a loop. Um, so like I thought American politics was bad. Poland does not seem like it has its shit together either. And you know what? Maybe no one has their shit together. Um, I don't know. Maybe like what is that tiny little country I'm thinking of? Sealand. Maybe they have their shit together, but like Poland probably does not. Um, Also, Polish people drink a lot. Um, I'm fairly certain one of my family members at some point in time gave me moonshine. Um, so we're just gonna vibe with that. Civilization was a mistake. It truly was. Bring us back to the olden times before the wheel. I probably would not be alive, but that's okay. Um, I could rant about my horrible flight on Lufthansa, but I think my chaotic nature says that it's enough for today. Um, so instead of I'll leave on this note, which I will again just copy from my PowerPoint that I did not use. Um, no, I don't want that. I want copy V. Um, any questions, folks? By the way, Comic Sans fun fact is actually very easy, or it's a lot easier for people with dyslexia to read. So I refuse to change this font. Also, I think in Paint you can't change the font. So, oh, what do you know? Yeah, you can't. Um, will this be on the test? Yes. At the end of the year, you'll all be quizzed on your knowledge of Dyna to determine if you're actually a Dynamo or I don't know what I called my fans or something. Anyway. Um, um, yes. I hope y'all enjoyed my very unabridged version of my vacation. Um, in short, I have vague plans to do a collab with Katja. Um, I hope to stream another collab with Fruitsy and Noodle whenever I have the time. Um, Apparently, work decided to slap us in the face at the beginning of the new year, or I guess our project decided to slap us in the face. So I might not do that in the moment. I would love to have some YouTube videos up. I am very in favor of a collab. Yes, I like I know some people use collabs to like get more clout or whatever, but like I genuinely do enjoy having a good time and causing massive chaos in video games with other people. Um, I like I said in my news revolution, I would love to collab with more people. Um, I would also like to collab with people specifically that kind of look suspiciously like me. Um, I don't know how many other VTubers have similar designs to me, but I really hope to find them all and collab with them at least once because I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Embrace creativity and absurdism. Um, I've had I've had some random ass shit happen to me this year, cause maximum confusion. Absolutely, 200%. I refuse to make any sense. Brand confusion is the Dyna brand. Yes, yes. Now you get it, Fruitsy. That's my quote. I'm taking that now. Brand confusion is the Dyna brand. But yeah, I've had some shit happen to me this year that I might talk about later. But like, I've really, I'm really coming around to the idea that like life is too short. I refuse to gender conform. I refuse to conform to American society and capitalism. I will do whatever the hell I please. Um, Except I have to save up and hopefully get a house in the future and not have debt. Um, um, but I'm trying to live life to the fullest, which means I want to make new friends, more VTuber friends, and I want to collab with y'all, and I want to show the world how cool people are, and I want to bring hope to humanity, which sounds, I think, very pretentious of me, or maybe arrogant, but I want to bring happiness to the world. I also want to do an ASMR video, which I've been promising for like 5 ever, but like I just haven't committed to the bit yet. Like I swear halfway through like an ASMR video, I'm just gonna bust out laughing and completely lose the immersion, and I don't know what to do with it. In regards to capitalism, I have a lot of free time for collabs at the moment. Fruitsy, capitalize on this. I don't know how I feel about that statement I just said. I'm sorry. I just have a really bad work schedule and I'm so tired, and I'm going to the sleep doctor tomorrow to say, ooh, help me. I can't. I'm always tired. I have this random fear that I'm going to have some like strange disease that like I remember there's like this very, very rare disease where like you eventually just wait. I think it's like you can't sleep and eventually you die because you can't sleep. So maybe it's whatever the opposite of that is. They'll commit you if you say ooh to the doctor. By law. They have to. That just reminds me, I was watching this ContraPoints video. I think it was about justice. I think it was her video about justice. And the first comment is like, how do I show this to my professor and say, just ignore the catgirl part of this? Fatal familial insomnia. Yes. That thing. I fear I have the opposite of that because I sleep so much. I think that's absurd. I worry too much. I have a therapist, I promise. I just had I had a therapy session with her like last Thursday, and I felt so validated. Therapy. Okay. We'll round this off by Dyna is okay. She has a therapist. Drink water. Get yourself a therapist. I will return. I shall, whatever the Terminator, I will be back. We're getting to crazy streaming hours, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. But as always, thank y'all. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I gotta look at the camera. Wait, let me just reset this so I'm actually looking at the camera. I'm looking at y'all, looking into your souls. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. Once again, I missed y'all, and thank you to all my viewers and my followers and my subscribers. Here, Ultra. Oh wait, shoot, no. Here. There we go. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to my new viewers. Here's a big heart. I shall return was Terminator or maybe Charlemagne. I'm bad with movie quotes, but yes. Thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all next time. I make no promises on times, but I will promise I'll be back. I'm here. I'm lurking. I'm always in your TV. Goodbye.